Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Greg Goes to High School, part 4 or 5 I believe, I think it's 4. So if you guys don't know what happened, make sure to go watch all the other parts. I'll have like part 3 linked in the description and part 2 links in the description of part 3 and then part 1 just linked in the description of part 2. Or you can just go on my channel and find them. It'll probably be much easier. But yeah, and if you guys do like my Wimpy Kid content, if you guys just like Wimpy Kid in general, please like and subscribe. I'll really appreciate it. Subscribing is free. I'm pretty close to 300 subs. Might have even hit it at the time that you guys are seeing this and this is uploaded. But yeah, just like and subscribe. And yeah, let's get straight into it. But I'll do a quick recap. Essentially, Greg finds out Patty's a disappointment in the last episode, if you guys don't remember. But yeah, Monday. Patty was acting totally weird in history class today. She didn't bully me. Oh yeah, and also he has a club he has a club now and he has like friends. It's Tyson, Shirag, and like this other person. Patty was acting totally weird in history class today. She didn't bully me, let alone look at me. I'm not complaining or anything, but it's strange. It's probably about the phone call, and honestly, I haven't thought about it much lately, but now I'm curious, which I shouldn't be. Anyways, so we couldn't have comic club meetings yet. I invited everyone to play some video games after school. It was actually really fun. Who knew Tyson was so good at Twisted Wizard Brawl? I actually considered inviting Patty, but I figured it'd be totally weird for the both of us. After everyone left, I was cleaning up when Mom called me over for dinner. Roderick wasn't there for the whole meal, so I went downstairs to the basement to see what he was up. He was just chilling in his room, but he looked pretty tired. Not physically, but mentally or whatever. But, hey bro, wanna go for a drive? Surprisingly, he agreed, so we piled into the car and off we went. Eventually, we parked at the top of a hill that overlooked Plainview. Roderick told me that there was something we needed to talk about, so we sat on the hood of the van. We sat there in silence for a minute before Roderick spoke up. Ever since Dad left, I've been thinking a lot about my future, whatever, you know? I don't know if I want to make music and enjoy myself, or become something better than Dad expected me to prove him wrong, and prove Dad wrong and get that satisfaction. I don't get why you need to prove anything to anyone. You only need to prove it to yourself. Where'd you learn that? From you. There was another moment of silence, and I figured the conversation would end there. But there was just one more thing I needed to say. Roderick, if you want to make music, just make music. Will do, Greggy. Will do. Could have said a lot more, but it wasn't needed at the moment, so we just watched the sunset. Though I don't think he would hesitate to kill me if I told Mom. Tuesday. Yesterday's talk with Roderick was really refreshing, and it left me feeling good. In fact, I felt so happy that I invited CJ over again, but only CJ this time. Sorry, that was uncalled for, but I had to do it. We played some Twisted Wizard and ate snacks. I figured it was a good time to tell her about my past, so I told her everything. Eventually I got to the part where I met her and thought she was a chance to better myself. After I told her she said this. Greg, I'm really glad you're trying to change. Just the fact that you want to make things better. I'm glad I could be a part of it. I was relieved to hear that. I just needed to hear it from someone like CJ. What I'm doing is valid. What? I am valid, right? I'm not fully sure yet, but maybe one day I will be. I thanked her and I was about to get more Doritos when CJ piped up. Before I could send, what she said kind of surprised me. Hey Greg, now that we're talking about this stuff, can I tell you a secret? I told her that she could tell me anything whenever, but the secret was a little bit unexpected. Don't tell anyone, but I think I like Tyson. Tyson? She likes Tyson? Those words left me with a weird feeling. I was happy for her, but I was also sad for some reason. I never really thought of CJ like that, but I don't know why I was so disappointed. I told her her secret was safe with me. I tried my best to hide my feelings, and about a half an hour later, she had to go home. On her way to the door, she ran into Manny. Ew, it's a child! Gross. See, we have so much in common, so why doesn't she love me instead? No, I shouldn't be thinking like that. That's what the old narcissistic Greg would think. He'd try and manipulate her and get her and control her into liking him. I'm not the old Greg anymore. I shouldn't ruin it for my own game. What would I be gaining anyway? I don't like her like that. I need to get over this. On the bright side, I'm really glad she trusted me enough to tell me. I swore to myself that I wouldn't screw this up, and we could just be best friends. That's better than I would have ever thought. Another good note, CJ had one more thing to tell me before she left. The comic club will be getting its 5th member tomorrow. But it's too bad you guys are going to have to wait till next week to see who that is. Anyway, I'm sorry to leave you guys like that. A bit of a shorter episode for the day, probably like 4 minutes or 5 minutes or something. But yeah, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate that, like, a ton. and like comment fanfics for me to read. I will read anything unless it's like against YouTube's guidelines by like a lot. So yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'm out of here. Bye.